Hello everyone, welcome to Play with Coding. So today we're going to start a new course of C programming. This course is for complete beginners. Those who don't know programming, the very beginners of programming don't know anything about programming, they can start this. And if you know the very basic syntax and some rules of programming, you can also start. I can guarantee you will know something new from this course. So without any further delay, let's get started. So, before beginning, let's talk about the prerequisites of this course. So, I am assuming that you passed class 4 or 5, so you should know the very basics of mathematics. Basics means it's very easy, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and all this, and the concept of decimals and fractions, and what is integers and what is a rational number, and the power, exponents, and roots, and all these things, and nothing else. Without this, whatever you have to know, I will tell you. So why we are studying C language? There are many languages like C++, C Sharp or Java. These are new language and this language has its advantages also. But why we are starting the language like C? This is old language. So there are many reasons. At first, it is the basic language. You can learn the very basics of programming from this language. So the major parts of Windows, Linux, and other OS is written in C language. So whatever you are using, Windows or Linux, this is the major part of this is written in C, and the game driver or the graphics drivers program is also written in C language. And as I told already, the basic concept of programming. If you want to learn C++ or Java, you have to learn the object-oriented programming concept. This is a complex thing. If you know very well the basics of programming, if you know C language very well, there is a high chance you will know C++ very easily. So if you master C, C++ will be very easy for you. So let's talk about some basic question of a beginner. So if anyone starts programming, there are many questions comes in their mind. So some of them are what is programming and coding. So each of everyone who want to learn programming or starts programming, I came to know two words: programming and coding. So they want to know the basic difference between them. Is it same or different, or how computer knows this? This means here programming. Okay, so we write some amount of code, how computer understand this, or which part of the code computer understand, which way. So if we are telling something to computer to do certain things, so computer is just executing that, but what computer knows and what we are telling him. So these are some questions. There are many questions like this. Don't worry, I will answer you those questions in this video only. So what is our lesson plan in this video? So first we'll talk about, as I told, what is programming and coding and what is the basic difference between them, and then we'll talk about binary code, machine code, and language. Then I'll talk about interpreter and compiler, file extension, and code editor and ID, and then we'll write our first code in C. So basically, what is programming and coding? What is the basic difference between them? So programming is the process of creating a program that follows certain standards and performing a certain task, and coding is a part of programming that deals with converting language into binary commands for the machine. So I just read the whatever written in the PPT, but if we understand this by an example, let's take this example that here it is a TV and this is the remote of the TV. If we press the menu button in this remote, so in this TV, here the menu will display. So we are programming the TV in such a way it is displaying the menu. If we press 1 and 2, it will display the 12th channel of the TV. Or if we start Netflix in TV, it will start Netflix. So we are programming the TV in such a way it is displaying such a thing, or it is doing such work. But how it is working? If we are pressing menu button, how the menu is displaying over there is some amount of code is written behind this button. So So this button is working like that. Programming we do in our day-to-day life. Everybody in this world, they do programming in their day-to-day life, but everybody don't do coding. Coding is writing code, but programming is not about writing code. It's about programming a machine about something. It will to do certain work. So this is the basic difference between coding and programming. So I think it's clear to you. If you have any doubt, please write it down in comment box. I'll definitely reply you. So let's talk about the binary and machine code. So in mathematics and digital electronics, binary number is a number expressed in the base 2 numeral system or binary numeral system, which uses only two symbols, typically 0 and 1. So again I have read out the whatever written in this ppt. So if suppose if I tell you to write down 123, what you will do? You will take a copy and a pen and you will write 1 2 and then 3, right? This is 123 basically. But if I tell you that whatever the number you are using this 9 digits, just 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, right? If I tell you to write 89, you will use 8 and 9. If I tell you to write 57, you will use 5 and 7. If I tell you to write 82, you will write 8 and then 2. But if I tell you there is no permission to use 9 digits, you can use only 2 digits, 0 and 1. So this is basically binary. In binary number system, there is only 2 digits, 0 and 1. You cannot use the other digits. So this number system is called binary. So those who don't know this, it can sound complex to you, but don't worry. This you don't have to know the operations of this. You don't have to know the conversion between decimal and binary, and you don't have to worry about these things. Just know this is called binary. There is 0 and 1. So just see an example of how to convert from decimal to binary. Let's take the example of 29 here. So we have to divide that number by 2 until when we are getting 0. So first I have divided this by 2 and I got 14 and the remainder is 1. And up to when I am not getting 0, I have divided this and I got that all the reminders 1 0 1 1 1. So basically if you write this reminder in reverse order like 1 1 1 0 1, this is the binary equivalent of this number 29. Same for any other number, like if you take 13 and if you divide it by 2 and then until when you are not getting 0, and if you reverse the reminders and write it down, it is the binary equivalent of that number 13, whatever you are getting, I don't know. The fast number is called LSB, I mean the least significant byte, and the fast number is called the MSB, I mean the most significant byte. Just you have to know about this. We will talk about this later, so don't worry. So what is machine code basically? So what machine understands is machine code. And what machine understand? The machine understands only this binary. If I tell machine to do certain work, it will understand by zeros and ones. If I tell you to print my name, I have to tell it by zeros and ones, like 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0, something like that. I am not sure about the zeros and ones, but something about this. So this is not possible always to tell the machine by zeros and one. We have to do some complex work, but if we try to tell the machine by zeros and ones, it will take many times to do this. What you will do if a man from China comes to you and you know only two language, let's suppose Spanish and English, and the Chinese men only know Chinese. So what you will do? Either the man have to know English and you will talk with them in English, because they should not know Spanish, right? So either the Chinese man should know English and you will talk with him in English. Otherwise, the Chinese man have to call another person who knows English or Spanish. Here, what we have done, we decided that we will not talk in machine code or the machine will not understand our language. So what we have done, we have invented another language, something near to the machine code, and where the concept of programming language invented. So that is the programming language. So basically we are telling something to the computer to do certain work. C is such a programming language. It is developed by Denis Ritchie in 1972. So here another concept comes of compiler and interpreter. So as I have told you that if a Chinese man came to you and he told you that he only knows Chinese, so what you will do? You will call another person who knows English or Spanish, isn't it? You will call that person, and you will tell him that please convert this Chinese to any of this language, like in or either Spanish or in English. So here the compiler do this work. Computer don't know this language C. So that's why we have to download this compiler. We have to download this. The computer don't know C language at all. So what compiler do? In computing, a compiler is a computer program that translates computer code written in one programming language to another language. So what compiler did? Compiler compiles all this C code to a machine code. It takes all this code and convert into a machine code. And what is the role of interpreter? So the interpreter in computer science, an interpreter is a computer program that directly execute instruction written in programming or scripting language without requiring them previously to have been compiled into a machine language program. What compiler did? Compiler takes whole the code and compiles it into a machine code and create a machine code file also. We'll see it in this video only. But what interpreter did? Interpreter don't take it and don't create another machine code file. It executes directly. So for this reason, compiler based language like C and C++ is faster than interpreter based language like Java and Basic. So I think it is clear for you, and let's write our first program in C language. So for that we have to download our compiler, and we have to download our IDE. First we will use only notepad for writing our code, then we will use IDE. So what is IDE? We will talk about it, don't worry. So let's download the compiler. So in order to download the compiler, what you have to do, just write gcc compiler for Windows, just this right here and just press enter. So gcc basically the compiler for C language, and I am finding that website of that ID from where I will download that ID also. So this is the website of code.visualstudio.com. We will use that ID in our next video. So let's open this in new tab. So from here what you have to do, just go here in this number 3 point, install MinGWW64 via SourceForge website. Click MinGWW64 to download the Windows MinGWW64 installer. Click here. Just don't click anywhere else, because you have to click you have to do another 2-3 more clicks for to download this. It will directly download. So here it is showing that your download will start shortly, and it is downloaded. See here, it's downloaded. After downloading, what you have to do, just click here and just click yes, and just do next, just do next. And it is asking that the destination folder where you want to install this. Just click next, and it is basically downloading the file and setting it up. So after downloading, just come to this PC and open it, the C drive, and here you can see the program files into 64, this folder, and here search that mingw file. Here it is, the mingw64. Just open it, open this folder, open mingw32 and open bin folder, and just click here and copy this, Control C. After this what you have to do, just right click on this PC and go to properties. Here you can see the advanced system setting. So these steps can sound something complex, but don't worry, just do whatever I am doing. Okay, so just click in environment variables, and you can see here the path variable, and just click edit button and click in new, and whatever you have copied just paste it here and click OK. Okay, just I'm clicking OK, and I have already did, so I'm deleting this. Okay, so I have created a new folder of C tutorial for this course, and I've opened it. So after this you have to do just right click here and click new, and just open a new text document, and just open it by double clicking, and I am full screening it, and write whatever I am writing here. You don't need to understand this, don't worry, I will explain it into the next video. So whatever I am writing, just write it here. All of these things you have to write, and I will give it into the description box that you can copy it. After writing this, what you have to do, just go to the file and click on save as, and here you can see the save type as, the type is defined as text document. So you have to edit this and you have to change it to all files, and after this you have to name that files as anything you can. I am writing first as it is our first C program, and after that you have to enter dot c. So don't forget to give the dot c extension. This is the file extension. For this dot c, the computer will understand that this is a C file, and after that you have to click on save button, and here you can see the file is created at first, and dot c is not displaying here. The computer understand that this is a dot c file, this is a C file. So after that you can check here in that file a first C file is created, and this logo is for Visual Studio Code. We will use that, don't worry. So this will not come in your computer, this logo will not come in your computer. So after to execute this code, what you have to do, just click here and write cmd, and by doing so the Windows command prompt will be opened in this folder. So after, you have to just write gcc space the file name first dot c, and just press enter, and it will create, see here a new file called a is created. And here you can see, you can right click over here and you can go to properties. Here see the type of the file is application.exe file. So this is the machine code. You cannot see this file, you cannot see what is written in this file. So to execute that, what you have to do, just open command prompt again and just press a and press enter, and here you can see whatever we have written here, the hello world is written over here, hello world and then exclamation mark. And if I edit this, if I remove this exclamation mark and save this, and if I execute that a file again, if I press enter a and then press enter, it is printing hello world and with exclamation mark. Why this is doing so? Because we have saved this file only, we have changed this file only, we have not compiled that. So if it is a interpreter based programming language, it will print hello world without exclamation mark, but we have to compile it again to remove that. So what you have to do, just we have to write gcc space first dot c, and then we have to press enter, and you can see the a folder is replaced with new a, and after that you have to execute a, and here you can see the hello world is written without exclamation mark. That's it for today. So we will talk about this in detail in our next lecture. We'll download id, we'll talk about this. So I think whatever I have told you until now, it is clear for you, and if you have any doubt, just write it out in the down in the comment box, and you can dm us in our Instagram page, play with coding. So until then, keep going, keep learning, keep exploring. Bye bye, good day.